Shalom and welcome back to the reading of the prophets. We had a wonderful Sukkot. We met up with old friends and we met new friends and we had a real good time up in Old Town, Northern Florida. And but we're back home and we will continue with the video teaching. Video reading, I should say, of reading of the book of prophets. And we are in Ezekiel chapter 31. We will pick up where we left off. So, open your Bibles to Ezekiel 31 and read along with me. Ezekiel 31:1. In the 11th year, in the first day of the 3rd month, the word of Yah our Father came to me. O mortal, say to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and his hordes, who was compatible to you in greatness. Assyria was a cedar in Lebanon with beautiful branches and shady thickets, of lofty stature, with its top among leafy trees. Waters nourished it, the deep made it grow tall, washing with its streams the place where it was planted, making its channels well up to all the trees of the field. Therefore it exceeded in stature all the trees of the field. Its branches multiplied, and its boughs grew long, because of the abundant water that dwelt upon for it. In its branches nested all the birds of the sky, all the beasts of the field bore their young under its boughs, and in the shadow lived all the great nations. It was beautiful in its height, in the length of its branches, because its stalk stood by abundant waters. Cedars in the garden of Yah could not compare with it. Cypresses could not match its boughs, and plane trees could not rear with its branches. No tree in the garden of Yah was its peer in beauty. I made it beautiful in the profusion of its branches, and all the trees of Eden envied it in the garden of Yah our God. 10. Assuredly, thus said Yah our God, because it towered high in stature and thrust its top up among the leafy trees, and it was arrogant in its height. I delivered it into the hands of the mightiest of nations. They treated it as befitted its wickedness. I banished it. Strangers, the most ruthless of nations, cut it down and abandoned it. Its branches fell on the mountain, and in every valley its boughs were splintered in every watercourse of the earth. And all the people of the earth departed from its shade and abandoned it. Upon its fallen trunk all the birds of the sky nest, and all the beasts of the field lodged among its boughs, so that no trees by water should exalt themselves in stature or set their crops among the leafy trees, and that no well-watered tree may reach up to them in height. For they are all consigned to death, and the lowest part of the nether world, together with human beings who descend into the pit. Thus says Yah our Father, on the day it went down to Sheol, I closed the deep over it and covered it. I held back the streams, and the great waters were checked. I made Lebanon mourn deeply for it, and all the trees of the field languished on its account. I made nations quake at the crash of its fall, when I cast it down to Sheol with those who descend into the pit. And all the trees of Eden, the choicest and best of Lebanon, all that were well watered, were consoled in the lowest part of the Netherland. They also descended with it into Sheol to those slain by the sword, together with their supporters, they who had lived under the shadow among the nations. Now you know who is compatible to you in glory and greatness among the trees of Eden, and you shall be brought down to the trees of Eden, to the lowest part of the netherworld. You shall lie among the uncircumcised and those slain by the sword. So all be the fate of Pharaoh and all his hordes, declares Yah our Father. Chapter 32. In the 12th year, on the first day of the 12th month, the word of Yah our Father came to me. O mortal, in turn I decree with Pharaoh's king of Egypt, say to him, O great beast among the nations, you are doomed. You are like the dragon in the sea, thrusting through the streams, stirring up the water with your feet and muddying the streams. Thus says Yah our Father, I will cast my net over you in the assembly of many people, and you shall be hauled up in my toils, and I will fling you to the ground, hurl you upon the open field. I will cause all the birds of the sky to settle upon you. I will cause the beasts of the earth to batten on you. I will cast your carcass upon the hill and fill the valley with your rotting flesh. I will drench the earth with your oozing blood upon the hills, and the watercourses shall be filled with your gore. When you are snuffed out, you will cover the sky and darken the stars. I will cover the sun with clouds, and the moon shall not give its light. All the lights that shine in the sky I shall darken above you, and I will bring darkness upon the land, declares Yah our Father. I will vex the hearts of many people when I bring your shattered remnant among the nations, to countries which you never know. I will strike many people with horror over your fate, and the kings shall be aghast over you. When I brandish my sword before them, they shall tremble continually, each man for his own life, one on the day of your downfall. For thus says Yah our Father, the sword of the king of Babylon shall come upon you. I will cause your multitude to fall by swords of warriors, all the most ruthless among the nations. They shall ravage the splendor of Egypt, and all the masses shall be wiped out. I will make all the cattle vanish from beside abundant waters. The feet of men shall not muddy them any more, nor shall the hoofs of cattle muddy them. Then I will let the waters settle and make their rivers flow like oil, declares Yah our Father. When I lay the land of Egypt waste, when the land is empty of the life that filled it, when I strike down all the inhabitants, and they shall know that I am Yah, your Father. This is a decree, and it shall be intoned. The woman of the nation shall intone it. They shall intone it over Egypt and all the multitude, declares Yah, our Father. In the 12th year, in the 15th day of the month, the word of Yah, our Father, came to me. O mortal, wail the decree, along with the women of the mighty nations over the masters of Egypt, accompanying their descendants to the lowest part of the netherworld, among those who have gone down into the pit. When do you surpass my beauty down with you, and be laid to rest with the uncircumcised? They shall lie amid those slain by the sword, and those slain by the sword of Egypt has been dragged and left with all their masters. From the depths of Sheol the mightiest of warriors speak to him and his allies. The uncircumcised, the slain by the sword, have gone and lie there. Assyria is there with all their company, their graves round about, all of them slain, fallen by the sword. Their graves set in the farthest reaches of the pit, all their company are round about her tomb, all of them slain, fallen by the sword, they who struck terror in the land of the living. There too is and all her masses round about her tomb, of all them slain, fallen by the sword, they who descended uncircumcised to the lowest part of the netherworld, who struck terror in the hand of the living. Now they bear their shame with those who have gone down to the pit. They made a bed for her among the slain, with all her masses. Their graves are round about her. They are all uncircumcised, slain by the sword. Through their terror was once spread over the land of the living. They bear their shame with those who have gone into the pit. They are placed among the slain. Meshach and Tubal and all their masses are there. Their graves and are round about. They are all uncircumcised, pierced through by the sword. They who once struck terror in the land of the living, and they do not lie with the fallen, and they do not lie with the fallen uncircumcised warriors who went down to Sheol with their battle gear, who put their swords beneath their heads and their iniquities upon their bones. For the terror of the warriors was upon the land of the living. And you too shall be shattered amid the uncircumcised, and lie among those slain by the sword. Edom is there, the king and all its chieftains, who fall off by might, and laid among those who are slain by the sword. They both lie with the uncircumcised and with those who have gone down to the pit. All the princes of the north and all the Sidonians are there, who went down in disgrace with them, slain in spite of the terror that they might inspire, and they lie uncircumcised with those who are slain by the sword, and hear the shame with those who have gone down to the pit. These Pharaoh shall see, and he shall be consoled for all his masses, those of Pharaoh's men slain by the sword, and all his armies, declares Yah, our Father. I strike terror into the land of the living. Pharaoh and all his masses are laid among the uncircumcised, along with those who were slain by the sword, says Yah, our God. This concludes the reading of Ezekiel. May Yah shine his light upon your path. May he fill you with his truth and righteousness, and give you his shalom. In Yeshua's name, amen. May he bless you and keep you and guide you till we see each other again in the reading of the Proverbs. Shalom.